growing up, I always wondered why Japanese games wasn't on Xbox. Kind of like how the Persona series and like Shinigami Tensei, like those games, like legit RPGs, not made by like the biggest corporations, never made it to Xbox, like the Japanese ones. And mostly I thought it was because it's a PlayStation thing, like it's a PlayStation deal thing. But I grew up and I learned that that's just not the case. It's just JRPGs are not a thing associated with Xbox, so they don't even bother to bring their games to this platform. And I always wondered why. Like, why is it like that? And then you start gaming. You start gaming. You start publicly gaming. And then you start learning things, gaming news things, behind the scenes things. Then you see the truth in all this. So Xbox has been trying to get Japanese developers to see Xbox as a platform they can sell their games on and have a good thing. But the what do you call it? I guess the stigma in the community of gaming is just Xbox don't sell JRPGs. Like that's not a platform for them. They sell shooters and just racing games. Like, and it's kind of true because we got Gears, Forza, and Halo. Like that's what Xbox is known for. Nothing really Japanese. So we get the big Japanese games that everybody get, but then like the smaller ones, the other ones are just PlayStation, Nintendo, and then PC platforms. And then the Scarlet Nexus thing happened. It was published. I mean, it had publishing rights with Xbox. They was broadcasting Xbox things everywhere, and then the reviewers shit on it. But not all the reviewers, because it's an amazing game. It's a great game. The Xbox reviewers shit on it. And then I was saying in that video about the Scarlet Nexus reviews, why did the Xbox reviewers review it like that when it was getting an 80 across all the other platforms? And I'm like, why would Japanese developers bring their game to Xbox if they're going to get reviewed like that? There's no point of trying to sell your game to a community that don't like you. And that is true. Like that was the truest shit I've ever said, probably. And people's not just gonna walk out and say that though. Like that's why these developers are like that. Cause you see like platinum in them, like they're not making games for Xbox. Why? Because look at the reviews for JRPGs on Xbox. They're 10 fucking points lower. Why? Like why? If these games are good, if people are saying your game is amazing and then you look on a platform and it's getting shit reviews by all the public reviewers, you're looking. And like that platform's community is going to look at those reviews and not buy your game. So why even waste time making it? And that shit is as real as it's coming. Cause legit today, I think today, this game got announced, and Twitter was going wild. Mostly because it's a big game, it's a big series for games. But it said it was coming to all platforms, and then you see the platforms it's coming to, and one big platform is missing. You know, is a circle with an X in it. Yeah, the fucking Xbox platform. So they like, wait, all platforms? Xbox is not there. So a lot of people's like, wait, how is it all platforms if Xbox is cut out? Because for Japanese developers, Xbox is never a platform because of the review system that the Xbox reviewers and the Xbox community as a whole is being seen as anti-Japanese game. Like it's crazy, and that's probably how it's been for a long time. Like one of my biggest banes of existence, if you've been watching me for a while, I played it. It's fucking Lost Odyssey. It was an Xbox exclusive JRPG made for Xbox. And people love that game. I fucking hate it. It's too hard. I can't beat it. I'm still stuck on the same place I was when I was like 13 years old, bro. Like it's crazy. I still haven't beaten no I haven't got past the beginning of that game. But it's revered as one of the best RPGs, like JRPGs to come out. Like it was rivaling fucking Final Fantasy at the time and shit. And I'm like, I mean that sounds good and all. I still haven't fucking beat it. But like I played plenty of Japanese games like on PlayStation, like on the Vita. It was some weird ass ones on the Vita my brother had. I played some of those. Them bitches was weird, but I played them. They were fun. They were different. Scarlet Nexus, amazing, made by Bandai, and then this, and it's like another one out the door, bro. And they're not gonna just come out and say like, your platform's not for us. Like they're not gonna come out and say that. They're just gonna just ignore the whole platform. And it's like, damn, like the Xbox community of the past really exiled a whole gaming industry. Like a whole genre of games got exiled from Xbox by some random ass niggas in the past, and we got to work hard. Like Phil has been trying to get Japanese developers since he got into office, nigga, since he got into leadership of Xbox, and it's like this man is fighting a uphill battle, like a fucking towering hill, and now we can see it. Now I'm old enough to know that this battle is gonna be hard fought, and it's crazy, and it's still getting hung down by the same reviewers that's probably been doing this shit a long time. Like, why did they do Scarlet Nexus like that when it's an amazing game? Like, I don't understand. Like, I would give it an 8. I would give it an 8 because it's not a perfect game. Like, no game is a perfect game. But like, I would give it a 8, 8.5 because it's damn good and it's amazing. And what it's trying to do, the story is crazy good. And I was seeing some reviewers that said the story was bland. And I'm like, did you even play the fucking game? Like, that shit's so crazy. And now this. So yeah, Xbox really getting cooked in the Japanese market. And they're not even being able to participate because they've been cut out a long time ago. This game comes out in 2 years. And it's Xbox not even the thought. Like, oh yeah, we're not even making the game. And people thought like, oh, it's probably a PlayStation deal game and all that. It's not. Like, they don't have a deal with Sony. They don't have a deal with Nintendo. They're just, those are the platforms that they're developing for. And Xbox is cut out. Something got to change, bro. Because yeah, Xbox is American as hell. That's kind of how it is. It's the American console. It goes against the Japanese console, which is PlayStation. But the game discrepancy don't have to be Japanese versus American. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. I just don't want it to be like that. Like, I probably would play this game. I don't even know what it is yet. It comes out in 2 years. It might get some hype. Like Tales of Arise, I saw that game in the Tales series. I think that's the first one that's gonna be on Xbox. Hopefully the reviewers don't fucking shit on it too. I mean, I'm not gonna buy Tales of Arise. I don't think I would like the game. I've seen the combat for it. I'm like, don't look like it's for me. But it does look interesting, like the story. I don't know why the fuck I'll do wear half a fucking piece of metal on his face. I kind of want to learn. But that don't mean you isolate a whole community because a couple people don't like your shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know, but this is what we're going through. This is what Phil is fighting for. Fighting to be included into this shit. Because what if this game is just, it just doesn't sell well on none of these platforms? Xbox don't even get a fucking chance to sell it to 30 people. It sells on 30 people on each platform. Xbox gets zero sales because nobody gets to buy the game. We gotta change it, bro. We gotta change the stigma on Xbox. It shouldn't be like this. We like Japanese games too.